2221212. Testing.
Soon, my pet. Fucking stairs.
Jesus, it is.
Tomorrow I shall be cleaning.
You think today
I was in her painting, like, and working on Beastie there. I just made a fucking mess.
Are you even close to being finished?
Yes, I made great strides with that painting.
I'm sure the last time I saw that the sky was blue, no? Or did you add the clouds earlier on?
No, I didn't touch it. That's done now.
Is that going to be here forever?
Unless it sells, yeah. Unless varnish, yes, yeah.
Who knows? When you've about 1 billion followers, you could sell this thing for about 1 million. The first picture.
See, then is when I'd probably say it's not for sale. Nah.
Well, most artists who become famous happens after their death. Like Van Gogh or...
The aim is to avoid fame. Fuck that. Says the fella doing videos. But seriously, fuck that. Why the fuck would you do it yourself? No.
It's fun though. Like, it doesn't matter if you get famous.
It should be just drawn to you. Like, definitely be in jail.
Everything's kind of similar, so you kind of understand.
The only reason they're pushing Rumble is because they're getting cancelled on YouTube.
But is it not dying? It looks like it's a dying app, like.
Rumble?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really interested in YouTube's my main guy till YouTube divorces me, and then we'll see what the story is.
That could be soon.
Ah, fuck him. I mean, I was thinking about it. If I get a fucking website of my own for my art, I can have a fucking section for my videos.
Yeah, but most people aren't really gonna go onto a separate website now if YouTube's there. They're going
Yeah,
to
but
want
if you
to
can, surely you can have the same thing where you can say share like an ad, a trailer of the video on Facebook or Instagram, one of those things, or LinkedIn, and then when they hit the ad, it'll bring them to the video on the website, have it open up automatically. See, the problem with the last website was it was made by some money-hungry motherfucker who just had no interest in it being a success for you. You could do all the things that you think you can do and get the results you think you'll get, and you won't, because the fucking thing doesn't have the capacity to fucking say, hey Google, how you doing? This is me.
Are you not doing the website now?
Meant to be, yeah.
How's that going?
Expensive.
You sure they're not messing around with you, like? It's been a while, like.
Well, they actually managed to get me a grant for it, so I get like 50% back, which is alright. But here's the kicker: you can only get it once you paid for it. That for me, I was like, what the fuck?
And your shorts had a scam.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I've had scams galore. Was it last year or the year before? Some retards. And you know, they get you, see, when you're just wrecked, and you're just saying yeah to things, the next thing they say, okay, we have a vertebral agreement. What? So I was like, oh, if we're having agreements, then let me put my part of the agreement in. And it's like, if you fucking disappoint or, you know, meander from the agreement,
Yes.
I'm cancelling the contract, okay? 3 days later, yeah, you're cancelled. And they're like, we're going to get on to you. You're doing that. The fuck you going to do? Fucking idiot.
Oh my god. You have to. Although I will say though, your YouTube channels out of 2 craft soldier
3
as
now.
well. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I got one for my greenhouse little experiment and my kayaking.
Would you not
my
just
archery.
have it all on one channel?
That'd be messy.
No, not if you organised it.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm not. Hello, look, fuck around. Organised. I'm shocked there's shit on the wall.
Yeah, but like I see now on like, you know, a lot of YouTube channels that do podcasts. Not just podcasts, but a lot of YouTube channels in general.
Yeah.
Their layout is like you go into it, they have like a welcome video.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. It's lovely. And they have all of them in playlists. So like Joe Rogan as well, I think, has it. It's like, let's say,
It's
the art
looking at
studio.
Joe Rogan. I mean, it's
No,
great.
he's just an example. What I'm saying
That's
is...
what I'm saying. As an example, it's pointless looking at him because it's like he's on a different planet altogether. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he's still doing the same thing. Like, he's just
Yeah,
glory.
but he's a fucking. That guy's a company. He finance and shit isn't a problem for him.
Yeah, but he was just.
I have to be. I'm like. He was never like me. I can assure you.
Yeah, I don't think
He went straight in as a fucking well-known individual, very popular individual. I'm an unknown entity. Talking about art.
Any idea what he did before that?
Breed.
I don't have any.
He's a comedian. Number one thing, comedian.
Oh, he was stand-up.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
he's very funny.
that. Bill Burr, I think, is very fucking funny. I like Bill Burr.
Brilliant. Bill
He's
Burr is
funny.
brilliant.
That video you showed me, oh my god, about never give me a reason.
Not to hit a woman, yeah. There's loads of reasons to hit a woman, you just don't
Never
do it.
Never do it.
But sometimes it's Saturday, she's going off full tilt. Had too many hangovers for this shit. I don't know.
There's some funny fucking comedy on TikTok too, like people you never seen. They come up with some really fucking.
There is, but there's people there. I didn't even know they were comics, but it's like, you know, they're banging the drum. I think I'm a comic, and here's my shit.
I found to be very funny. You probably never heard of her, Philomena Kunk. Weird fucking name. She has her own like BBC series. She's been doing it a while, though. Eventually she would have got it, but she did. She has her own. She does it all herself. I find it funny. Wouldn't be your type of comedy, I don't think. But like she's bringing all these professionals in from all around the world, kind of like a piss take of, you know, National Geographic and everything else like that. So she'd be there. She'd go on.
I've seen this person.
Oh, have you? Red
She was
hair.
going on about Shakespeare at one stage. Why did he make up so many words? But she's like, well, that's
It's all
the
piss
character
take, yeah.
is. And it's
Tap,
she's
like.
pure tick cunt, like.
I had to have.
Generation X, is it? Is that what they call them?
I
But
don't
no,
know.
she's because I was thinking the way she's it all set up, it's like, oh, this must be interesting. You think straight away a hook, and then you realize she's a tick. There is no brain in there.
I saw.
And then you get it, like the penny drops. Oh,
the
this
best
is
one was when
a
she was
skit.
doing one with your man. He was a classical music professional, whatever the fuck he did, but he was really into. He knew everything, and she was talking away to him and that. And she was like,
Mozart.
yeah, she goes. See, what I don't get is about how can you compare compare the difference between Beyonce and Mozart? Well, she's great. I love Beyonce, but she wouldn't be as good as Mozart. You know, they did a lot more. And like, oh, so you're trying to say that that 3 white men did a better job than Beyonce? You're saying that right now on camera.
Beyonce's got 15 people credited for every song that's written on her album.
I know, but I was there and I was like,
whereas you Freddie Mercury, one writer,
he was in
one
shock
hit.
though. He was fucking because she was like, you're going to say that
Do
right
you know
now
what it
on
reminded
camera?
me? The Addy G guy. Do you know
I
when
don't
he'd
like
go
him
to-
though, but
I
I
never
do.
liked him. But you know when he was, he'd be in America.
That's the way he talks.
The
irritates me.
his early
Yeah.
offerings, I suppose, when he was going off to meeting
Is
politicians.
that the guy who's always
and
like,
everything.
a batty boy and he's on like
I don't
talking
know,
a weird
fuck.
English accent?
Look, it's a culture thing, I guess.
Yeah, but he
There's
talks
things you
normal,
either
I'm
take
sure.
to straight away or you don't. If it's to grow on you, it's like, fuck you, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, like the Philomena Kunk one now. I just fucking like the minute she started, I really thought it was a serious thing and that she had her own kind of. But then when she started talking and it went on for longer than a minute, oh my god, I got dragged in and she was so retarded.
Yeah.
I just like it was so.
Well, I meet enough of that shit. In
No,
real
but
life
it's
without having to
genius.
look at
It's
it.
genius how
Oh.
stupid she'd made herself look like.
I don't know about that. Genius. It's a bit of a fucking stretch.
But like, she's been doing it with like a long time. Like I'm sure there's like 2 or 3 seasons of it there. Like how can you come up with so much?
But she's not. It's not. She's not. It's nothing groundbreaking about it.
No, but like it's just the simplicity of it that makes me laugh. She's just it
She
catches me
Office,
off guard.
It's pretty much similar to that. Your man
I
in the
like the
Office.
Wait, which one though?
The original.
The UK, yeah, the UK one's
Do you
good.
know the way the
I
character
prefer
is
the
like?
US, but I like the UK.
He's saying shit. Del Boy is another example, but he's French shit that has nothing to do with French.
Yeah. I love fucking the
Oh, they're awesome.
He's fucking. Sometimes when I'm talking to Grandad, it's like I'm talking to Del Boy. When he has the leather jacket on, the hair slicked back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He's a pure Jack Nicholson. But
Shining.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Here's Jimmy.
You crazy boy. But so that show that you were talking about.
Which one? The one with Philomena Kunk?
No, the
Oh.
one with the people going to America in the wagon days.
1883.
Fucking hell, man, that's some show.
Oh my god.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I rarely would watch
The film, the camera work is
anything. But
beautiful.
from the first, you know what? The first one I was when you want to start narrating the whole thing, the voiceover thing.
Oh, I love that though. I like that.
Jesus,
That brought me
really
into
fucking go. And then it was like,
yeah.
you know, when they went into the hotel at the start,
Yeah.
when the father meets up with the family, and then this fucking drunk slob of a yoke breaks in the door, and he thinks he's gonna have his way with the daughter.
Oh fuck
And
yeah!
next
I
thing
saw
the
that.
father comes in and pulls the fucking head off him. I'm like, I think I like this show.
Yeah, say that's
The
exactly
father-
when I got into it. I was like,
For
oh,
me, the
fuck
father
yeah.
and the mother were brilliant.
Oh yeah,
They were
definitely.
brilliant. I
100%.
mean, they were so
connected.
Oh, I thought
They knew what they.
he's fucking violent.
I love that. That's what I love about
So
it.
the
Though.
pickpocket got him, and he shot him running down the street.
Oh fuck yeah!
He took my wallet, and he's out with the gun. I'm like, fucking.
No,
nuts.
it was when he did it. Then your man was like, "What the fuck? He took my wallet." I was like, "Oh yeah, he's going to kill him next."
But I thought that guy was brilliant.
Very good.
He was for me like.
I like same reason I liked Alien Intrigue, the violence in it, like the way they did it. Same reason I like Breaking Bad. It's just the way I know you don't like it, but
Breaking Bad was okay for me. I don't know. Look, I everyone has their own thing, but well, it's okay. This fucking annoying, whingy bastard now. Blah 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 blah. Thinks he's a hard man. You know what it was like? Remember
which
that?
one? The scrawny one, the young one.
Look at the glasses. The two of them.
Well,
Fucking
no,
painful and more painful.
it gets.
I saw
he
the
turns
whole
into
thing.
what 4 up to season 5 or 6.
The guy with the glasses and the wimp and the cooking up the drugs.
But did you get to the end of the actual thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
At least he goes on a buzz for a fucking show. That's it. I'm signed off. Sure.
Sure. Speaking of
the
sure.
last 2 years now, I've probably been a bit more like, I'm sorry, you'll have to watch this some other time, or else I go to the studio. This is trivial. I mean, I said, my brain is fucked as it is without spoon feeding it this shit. It has to be very good fucking, it has to have something about it now. She wanted to watch some Lord of the Rings TV show, and I thought straight away they changed so much. It became so like,
I like the
shit.
movies. I never watched the TV show.
Don't watch the TV show. It's a fucking utter shite. That's what it is. And I mean, but anyway.
What was that thing you were saying before about she never? I don't think she wrote any of her music. I'm sure it was.
Well,
all
look,
written
there's a
for
lot
her.
of brilliant singers who never. Look at Whitney Houston. Fucking
She
awesome.
wrote. Well, she didn't write. Didn't she write anything?
No.
I thought she.
Do I have to know? Okay.
I also view was Dolly Parton. I know
Look,
that.
but for me, Whitney Houston, there hasn't been anyone. She was just unbelievable. She looks great. She
I know.
sounds great.
The ending wasn't so pretty, but like the fucking build up was.
Fuck
so
the ending. Who gives a fuck about the ending? It's the
She,
bit of gold you make in the middle.
She would, and she was like, I never. You to this day will not hear anyone with a voice like Whitney.
I saw we watched a documentary.
Tina was good too.
A fucking biography movie that was done on Whitney Houston, and I thought straight away the actress was like pretty good, but then that's because I forgot what Whitney Houston looked like. And then there's a part near the end of it where they bring in Whitney Houston, like old reels of Whitney Houston, and I was just like, fuck, that movie was shit, man. 'Cause, you know, you just nah, she was just a fucking beauty. A real beauty. She just shone.
She did. She was a star. She was made.
It's sad. Like I can remember her singing at the. Did she do a song for the Olympics for the Americans or something?
She did the national anthem.
I know that, but this I think was more about the fucking Olympics for some reason or something.
Well, actually, speaking of biopics about singers, I heard they're making one of Amy Winehouse.
Jesus,
you don't like her either. Fuck's sake!
I do like her, but she's just the perfect example of how wrong the fucking world is now.
Yeah.
Especially with the fucking depressed.
I still don't have a clue what happened with Amy Winehouse though. I know she alcohol and she kind of took a dark turn, but I don't know why. I don't know how it happened. There's always a reason, you know. Nobody just goes down that road for nothing.
Don't know, but it was sad.
I think it was something to do with her body. I don't know. Anyway, but I saw the actor, and as you said with the Whitney, fuck, she looks doggy like her. They did the hair and the makeup, but like.
Yeah, but they never will.
That's not to say
it's meant to be the character that they're manifesting is meant to get you close.
Like your man didn't look like Freddie Mercury, but I think he still did a good job.
I didn't like that at all. I fucking hate it.
Jamie, like.
No, I'm just thinking.
Everything.
Do you know what? They've never been able to do a fucking movie that was good. Look, The Doors, for example. I was thinking this.
Is there a movie for them?
Yeah, Val Kilmer was Jim Morrison. And he had a lot of
I love
the
that band.
freaky look about him. He looked freaky like him. And I think he did some bit of singing in the whole movie as well at some stage. But at the same time, the movie was shit. It was like they just got all these newspaper fucking headings and made a movie out of that. Do you know what I mean? It was poor as fuck. But I don't think they've... And when I see a trailer now for a movie like... I saw a trailer for that Elton John thing, I didn't even finish the trailer.
No.
There's no way I'm going to watch the movie.
I tried watching it and I can safely tell you, shit. Absolute
No, it's just...
shit.
It's
depressing as well. I couldn't stand it.
I think what you need is someone like the lad who did The Lord of the Rings. Because he did The Lord of the Rings because he was a fucking fan.
Mm.
And he was like, he would go into great detail.
It was a book series originally, wasn't it?
It was a trilogy book, I think. Or maybe, yeah, I think it was a trilogy of books. But he had like, offshoots of other things. But this director who did the movies, he was big time into it. Like, he's a huge fan. And so he went to great lengths to make sure that everything was just right.
I like the movies though. I watch and I like The Hobbit as well. Was good.
The Hobbit, the movie.
Yeah.
As Jack Nicholson said, is that movie still playing? It's going on forever, and
Jack Nicholson, actually love him. I've watched The Shining. Did you ever watch that movie with him, the dog, the comedy, As Good as It Gets?
Oh yeah,
fucking funny, and the dog then is hopping over the cracks in the snow.
He was in a movie, I think it was in the 70s, with
Cuckoo Nest.
These two lads are on motorcycles and they're going across the United States. They're kind of hippie kind of guys. And Jack Nicholson, they come across him in a town. He's like the local lawyer who's regularly in the cells.
It already sounds
drinking. And he fucking, I don't know, he meets the boys and ends up going on the bikes with them and they're camping out and they just start talking this very open, philosophical. I think Dennis Hopper's looking up at the night sky at the stars. And then he goes, do you think there's people out there? Or something like that. And Jack Nicholson stole the show and he's only in it for 10 minutes. And that was a young Jack Nicholson, like.
Oh,
apparently he wasn't even going to be an actor. He was working, he was there in producer capacity. There was some fucking hiccups with the movie. It was taking too long. It was starting to cost too much. So he was sent out to make things move along and cop the fuck on, lads, And he ended up being in the movie.
And then fuck for that.
He just became huge.
But he's like the way he's just barred for it, like.
Yeah, but his intensity was always, even when he's saying nothing, he's always got a great
crazy
about him. Mel Gibson's exactly the same.
Yes, I like him too. He's very good.
Mel Gibson's an awesome actor. Some of the best movies I've seen were Mel Gibson. The first Mad Max.
Lethal Weapon. That was Mel
Lethal Weapon. The first
very
one.
Good.
Well, they kind of started to water it down.
They did.
Then.
I like
the first one. I liked.
Was very good.
I
never watched
Die Hard. Braveheart, brilliant.
I couldn't.
Braveheart.
Too long for me. I watched Hobbit when I was really young. Like,
Braveheart is worth watching from start to finish.
It's
a fucking.
I'd probably
awesome
try it again when I'm older. Because the way I see it, like right now, there's shit that I never liked before. Now I love it. So the way I see it, there's shit I don't like now. Which I will probably.
You said you didn't. You've never seen it. You've never watched it.
No, I did. I tried watching it. John tried to make me watch it because he loves Braveheart.
It's a brilliant movie,
but I love Mel Gibson, so it can't be that bad. It's just fuck. When I see.
Well, then he goes into direct, and then he's fucking knocking it out of the park. I think he directed Braveheart, like knocked it right out of the park. He's just a ledge. It's news to me most of the time. I'm like, okay, I'll look into that TikTok.
Oh yeah, of course. But the difference is like.
How long is TikTok going now? How long
3-4 years.
Okay, and about a week ago I signed up to it because I'm like, okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, give it a chance, like.
Yeah,
and you like it, don't you?
I won't say I like it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, this could be very addictive shit. Because you could be there for 20 minutes and you're like, I haven't looked at anything yet.
It's not bad.
I've just been flicking away. I'm like,
it's
nothing interesting is what I'm saying.
No, not now. But that's how the algorithm works.
A guy in Montana, because I said, fuck it, just type something. Search for something. So I typed in Montana. And I got all this weird shit. So I said, Montana horses. And then I got some interesting shit. Very cool stuff there. But then there's a guy there as if you have a ranch and he's like, you don't know what you're doing on the ranch. And he's trying to tell you what you should be doing on the ranch. And I'm like, fuck you. Then I was saying that artist I can't remember who's doing a painting of huge canvas.
Would it be bigger than that now? 'Cause that's a huge
it's
canvas.
probably as wide as that, but maybe 3 times taller.
Oh, beautiful.
4 times even taller.
Could you imagine a canvas that's like 4 times that? That'd be fucking beautiful.
Here, I think, you know what I'm thinking? I think when I made this up in my
You're not
head,
do.
it was meant to be on the side. If you get it now and just stand
Vertical.
it up, I think that's the way I was planning on doing something. But
Oh,
when I got in here,
fucking
it was like, shit, it wouldn't fucking stand.
That'll be but you're building your own art studio now. From scratch. So
There's a lot of hoops to jump through yet, but hopefully.
Definitely. But like, I hope if you do get it done, that you definitely have to get the height. Even if you don't get the width, the height is like the main thing to get the big canvases in, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, let's see.
You could always paint on the floor, but that would mean that this couldn't be podcast and art. You'd have to separate them. You know
I'm doing that.
But of course, the new one would be for the art, like, because that's the priority, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But this was meant to be about another branch.
But you should go with the art always, because that is your main thing. Like, the YouTube is interesting and it's more
fun.
It is fun. It is great.
It's fun. But it's not only that. It's a nice little trick to make you talk about your thing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking about your thing.
Just being able to talk in general, because the amount of people from my generation who meet up, who talk, who have an actual conversation, like in person, it's not fairly.
Yeah,
often.
well, it's not the same. It's pretty much the same actually with mine. And
it's all texting now, like.
you'd be getting out talking with somebody. Goes, yeah, that's fine. Why don't you come in and have a chat? Ah, fuck that. I'd love to, but no way. Okay.
I think that you just have to say, fuck it! Jump into it, get into the rhythm. But that's what I did. Like, I hadn't been on camera for years, I didn't like it, but then we started it out. I enjoyed it. After, I'd say, the 3rd episode, I really got into it and I enjoyed it, and I could talk. Because I suppose at the start of it, I was a bit nervous. I'd be thinking, you know, oh fuck it, how do I look? Or what am I saying? But then, after a while, it just kind of came naturally. It's
just transitioning. You know what I mean?
It's fun to do now, like, whereas before I was kind of like itchy on the edge, nervous now.
It's like anything else. If it's something you want to do, you gotta persevere, you gotta go through the fucking hoops. It could be physical pain, it could be fucking exhaustion, it could be whatever. But you gotta say it's eyes on the prize. Just fucking persevere. And off you go.
You know,
see, the only person you should fucking listen to is yourself.
I agree.
At the end of the day. I mean, alright, I'm not making people watch shit. I'm just saying, look, there it is. Do with it what you will.
There is a lot I'm seeing coming up on my feed, you know, on Instagram and TikTok, of these vapes, and people are getting these lung shit, they're dying, you know, they're everything's getting fucked up, and yet they're still saying it's less harmful than cigarettes. And I'm still going to... I don't give a shit if I die, like, but...
Look...
I'm just saying, why would you say that?
to you for putting weight behind anything any fucking professional says about anything. And I meet the cunt in person, and I spend some time listening to him talking, quizzing them.
I want to convince
I'm not
me.
listening to him. Fuck off. Cigarettes are healthy. Yum.
My kind of cigarettes are the healthiest stuff. They'll be enjoying.
Look, you're not meant to live forever. You're just meant to live.
Enjoy the time.
And I don't think I even lived that much, but
you still have time. Why would you put that in the past tense? Live.
You didn't let me finish the fucking sentence.
Well, that's because I'm impaired.
There's this notion that you should be doing one thing, and what you're doing right now isn't important. Where in fact, what you're doing right now is the ultimate important, because it's right now, and you have to be in the moment, and you have to say, wait a minute, I'm rich. I'm a very wealthy person. Not financially. But otherwise. And it's like...
I'm glad to see you can know that there's a camera
then
there.
You can kind of just dismiss these notions that are just kind of... it's like a residual fucking notion attached to youth that you dismiss as you evolve. And it's a cool thing. You see then after a while, everyone is just a fucking, you know, selling shit. They're just selling shit. Blah, blah, blah. Be a billionaire. Work every hour. Fuck off, you cunt. Sure, whatever.
It's crazy. Like when you think about it, you're basically you're a slave to society.
You're a slave to yourself. Even if you get it right, you're a slave to yourself.
Like,
so look, get over yourself.
You're working like a dog. You're working like a dog every day. You get paid. Is it really worth it? Like, I'm not just saying isn't you in general, but like
kids gotta eat. They gotta new shoes, new clothes.
But it's crazy the way the world works.
We need diesel for the vehicles.
It makes sense. Fucking hell. Some places it's great because some places have their shit figured out. But then there's places like Ireland, America. Maybe the whole world for all I know, who are corrupt government.
You gotta fucking just turn all that shit off because it's relevant to you. Until it's at your gate or at your door, it means nothing to you. You do what works in your world and you move on. You gotta keep moving on.
I don't let it bother me.
Clearly, you won't shut the fuck up about it.
I'm fucking trying to think of shit to say. Don't
think of shit. Look, it's simple. Just fucking be. Be.
Let it be.
Human being. Just be. Find out the things you like and try to figure out, okay, I can make a dime on that.
I like guitar. I can't make a dime.
Go busking.
I'm being exactly what I was making fun of just there, but fuck.
I was busking in Scotland, I was busking in Brighton.
Scotland, what's the scene there like when you were there?
Fucking awesome. There was this pub where
they'd be dropping acid like fucking crazy people, but they're all funny fuckers.
No, I was in Edinburgh.
Oh, okay.
You know, you want to be going more north. In Edinburgh, I was busking on, I think it's called Rose Street. I was busking there anyway, and these fucking guys pulled up like a few doors down with all they said. I was just there to fucking. I had a 6-string horn at the time before I got stabbed.
Got the same one, obviously.
That's 12-string.
Oh fuck!
But it's when that got stabbed, I got the 12-string. But
good investment.
I don't know. Wait, maybe Betsy was the one.
Betsy,
yeah.
You have to have a name.
Because I had a bandana on her to stop the keys, the top 6 keys rattling when I'd be flaking the shit out of it. Very cold to be busking in Edinburgh. But anyway, I was busking.
I can't imagine.
And these two guys were kind of smirking at me, and then I just plowed on. I was making it up I wasn't doing anything that anyone would know. Yeah. But I figured no one's going to fucking listen anyway, so I'm just going to do my thing. I was just practicing in public. And the boys came down for a chat and they got me a coffee and we were talking about it. You know, they were saying is that the Edinburgh Singer-Songwriters Association would have this place. It's basically you go to this pub, or it was a restaurant, and you go in the side door, you go down the stairs and it's a pub, and then you go down these stairs again and you're passing all these big old fucking timber caskets for the beer of the old days.
Oh, that sounds class.
Then you go way down to the basement and it's a cool fucking room. I don't know how many people will get in there. Maybe 250 people, maybe something like that. And there was a little stage and you get in free if you've got your guitar and if you sing songs that you've written. So I was like, she goes, have you written them? I goes, well, I haven't written them down, but they're mine. And, you know, I'd make it up on the spot because I was that's how I wrote. And I went up and I got to do 3 songs. It's pretty cool. I liked it.
Sounds really cool, like especially if you compare like
that was like
the whole pub scene from back then as
90s,
well.
I think.
Oh, but fuck it, like
no, it was early 2000s.
Even in Ireland, whereas we are so stereotypically used as an alcoholic kind of reference, but in Ireland people think we all get drunk all the time, whereas in reality, at the moment, the pub scene is just fucking dry. Like there's no money in it because you're paying through the roof ridiculous tax that you shouldn't be paying. Whereas you compare it to other countries, so even when they raise their prices, it's still fucking really low. Like even in Spain, drinking there was a dream. Fucking hell. 6 o'clock in the morning, the pubs are open till, which isn't good for the people who live there. And it's like you're going there for the holiday, and you're gonna have.
You're
some
only
shit.
looking at it from a particular age point of view.
Okay.
You know, that's no good to know about it. that's not a sustainable life. Organs will shut down.
Oh, they will. Fuck them though. It was fun when I was there. I'd love to be able to see, you know, like, because you see all these scientists and shit, they come up with all extinct animals like the dodo and dinosaurs. Like, could you imagine, like, being able to really, like, see a dinosaur back then? Like, I'm sure they wouldn't look anything like they predicted them to look like.
Well, they're going on the skeletons that they found, you know.
Yeah, but like...
Then you've got these guys who are into anatomy. They said, well, a skeleton like that would probably have tendons, which would have a muscle there. Whoa, that'd be a big muscle.
But do they really? I don't know.
I'd say a skeleton's fairly... I mean, do you ever watch those forensic shows where they'd find the skeleton in the bog and then they'd give it to an artist of a sort and they'd start building up the features like the muscle tones with clay.
For all we know,
and then you
know
bullshit. They'd have all this, but you get a finished fucking head. There's no denying it. It is what it is.
I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying, like, you gotta question things sometimes because you never know.
Well, I find it's best to just come on through. No one's going to tell you the truth anyway.
I've played
everything is bullshit.
To waste time.
Everything is bullshit. History is a bullshit.
History is
it's all fucking bullshit. My own brain is fucking lying to me half the time. So fuck that.
Good podcast. I enjoy it.
Although sometimes when I be reading up on these theories that these people would have, interesting people.
Crackers.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking, fuck, there's a book in that. There's a movie in that. Why aren't they coming out? This is original stuff, like. It's a bit mental, but fuck's sake.
The shit they put on movies nowadays, nothing's mental.
You know, from what, even a synopsis of the guy's idea, I'm thinking, Jesus, that's a spine of a story there. You can flesh it out with whatever, you know. Just don't get political about it. Just get real about it, you know. And it could be a great story.
What irks me is when I see people with so much talent, but they
here's a question for you, so. Do you think that mankind has landed on the moon?
No.
Why not?
Everything about it's too perfect.
There's nothing perfect about it, I can assure you.
No, how could they just in that time as well, like just landed it all? They have the video footage. It don't look real for starters. I'm sorry for anyone who disagrees. I'm not saying the Earth is flat or anything, but
it might be. Have you seen it from afar?
Fuck off, Jamie.
Have you? Everyone is so conditioned now to be looking at screens and.
Oh my god!
Oh, it must be real. I saw it on the TV.
Where is your tinfoil hat?
I'm just saying. What happened to having an open mind?
He's taking the piss, lads.
You know, some days when you're kind of, you know, when you get those days where you're just in a mood for nothing, and you just have a good think, and you be.
It's easy out here because there's no noise.
You get all the fucking, like, the people who are put in front of the people to tell the people how smart they are, how dumb they are, and this is the way it is. And then you're like, I don't know.
I come up with a good movie. I'm sorry now for going completely off topic, that's just me, but like, The Hunger Games, man, have you watched that? What do you think of that? Jennifer Lawrence.
That's like next year. That's your reality.
What?
The way shit's going with these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
These Davos fucks. What a bunch of retards.
What? What's that shit? What?
Those
Davos?
fucking, all these billionaires meeting up at Davos.
I don't know what that is, but I do know of a very...
You know that German guy
family
who's fucking... There's a lot of crackers out there. Like,
have you heard of the Rothschild family?
Of course
I'm probably saying that wrong now, but that shit's... It gotta make you think. You know, like, they're a very rich family. How did they get there? How did they stay there for so long? How are they so quiet? Is the Illuminati real? Is it all bullshit? Is it just a joke that celebrities play on the fellow
You can
people?
believe that it is, and you can equally believe that it isn't.
Fuck, I want to know.
There's a load of information out there that would support both sides. Why would you bother? What the fuck? At very best, it's very okay entertainment. That's about the size of it.
Now, what I do believe in, and I don't care what anyone says to me about it, if they're against it, fair play, I still believe in it. Aliens. They're real.
Alright.
But they are, like, they're fucking real.
You mean you'd like to think that they're...
No, they're real. There's no way. If they're saying we live in this big galaxy and there's infinite...
What do you mean if they say, look at the fucking night sky and the starry night? That'll give you a clue.
But think about it, like, there's no way we could be the only life on Earth.
I goddamn hope not. Because we are dumb fucks.
We are.
If you believe
there's no way, like,
if you believe that it's actually 2023...
It's not, like, we've no way of knowing if... There's no way that...
I just don't think that there's We're just dummies.
I feel like halfway through time we just kind of picked what we're like, okay, this is day 1000, okay? We're just going to work it from here.
But sometimes, like I said, you know, when you get those fucking lazy days where your mind is just doesn't want to entertain your normal reality, just say, look, let's flip the switch here and see what happens. Turn it off and on, see what happens. And then you start going looking down these rabbit holes and you're just pondering. But and then in doing so, you find these interesting characters who seem intense and devoted to whatever it is they're on about. And they're usually on about some crazy shit. And you're like, you have to say, but what if he's right? Mm. And then you have to realign all your belief system on what if he's right. And I'll be honest, more often than not lately, I'm thinking, they're probably right. You know what I mean? They're probably right. Because if